Welcome to the Behind Them Sticks. Welcome to the Behind Them Sticks podcast, brought to you by TSWS Gaming.
Come and talk to me, Lennard Ray. That's
Come
your
on.
name. Come and talk to me. I just wanna have a conversation. No, I'm not your type of baby. Listen, I'm just saying we can rule the world, just me and you. If you quit playing, won't you take the chance with me and have that conversation? I just wanna have that conversation with you. Come and talk to me. I just wanna have that conversation with you. Look, see we vibing and you know it's true. Baby, what it do? Do for me and I'ma do for you. No doubt about it, boo. See, I'm a Midwest king, looking for myself a queen. Ready to chase a dream with a dope self-esteem. You find it in all I know, and that's for real. You get to shaking that ass on the floor, and I see what's real. No disrespect, I just tell it like it is. Do you ever want some kids? What your ultimate goals? Maybe I can help with those. The mo was broke when he made you a blessing. You looking like a whole buffet, and I need some seconds. You say you had promiscuous ways, that was back in the day. I'll be alive, I say I did it. That shit was a phase. So baby, take this journey with me. You can pick the time and place, this nigga isn't picky. Smile on your face, I know the deal. Sign and deliver after seal. I can see it in her eyes, this one right here for real. I just wanna have a conversation. No, I'm not your type of baby, listen, I'm just saying we can rule the world, just me and you if you quit playing. Won't you take the chance with me and have that conversation? I just wanna have that conversation with you. Come and talk, yeah. I just wanna have that conversation with you. Lady, you so far ahead of these others, just like a ship on the horizon. Picking up on your vibe, signal stronger than Verizon. All the thoughts that I've been contemplating, ain't no time for faking or debating. You the one, ain't no mistaking. Look, I see you swag different. Always carry yourself like you ready, you know the mission. I had to know you, I'm tempted. I can see why you timid. Hold up now, baby, listen. Just take that dance with me, I can show you that there's a difference. I'm locked in. I throw away my playaways because you pop in. A shooter always shoot a shot. With you by my side, I guarantee we'll reach the top. I put that on God and then I'll give you all that I got. So baby, take this journey with me. You can pick the time and place, this nigga isn't picky. Smile on your face, I know the deal. Sign and deliver after seal. I can see it in her eyes, this one right here for real. I just wanna have a conversation. No, I'm not your type of baby, listen, I'm just saying we can rule the world, just me and you if you quit playing. Won't you take that chance with me and have that conversation? I just wanna have that conversation with you. Come and talk, yeah. I just wanna have that conversation with you. Come and talk to me.
Welcome to the Behind Them Sticks podcast, brought to you by T.
All right, well, welcome everybody to another fantastic episode of Behind Them Sticks with your boy Ham Solo 05 Gaming on the TSWS Gaming channel on YouTube. Thanks for stopping in. Today I got the guest, one of the loudest brothers on Twitter, and he does not care. He's actually proud of it, which is cool because he's comfortable with himself. But anyways, let me go on ahead and introduce him. Strictly Gaming. What's going on, brother? How you doing this evening? It's about to get wild today, I tell you that much.
Oh my God, what's going on with you, bro? How you doing, man? Great evening, everyone, man. Y'all already know the energy we coming with today. Let's get it. Y'all know the vibes, man.
Man, before we even get into it, I'm just going to go on ahead and let y'all know that I'm coming with a little bit of smoke here because I got to know some things. But before we get into that, I want to talk about a little bit of news today. What the fuck was going on with that account or that capo dude, like trolling people or like pretty much robbing people, right?
Yeah, pretty much, bro. Literally scamming people, bro. Literally. So at the end of the day, bro, this is what happened, man. First of all, it really started a few months ago, man, when we kind of just we kind of peeped game on something, you know what I'm saying? We was in a party chat and it was me, Twin was in there, Push, like a bunch of us, and he kept like he added me for like a third time. So and twin as well. So we kind of peeped. He was like, man, why he make a third account? So that was like red flag number one. And
Okay.
fast forward, man, to like maybe 2 months later, Bruce, man, and shout out to my boy Bruce. He called me. He was like, yo, what's up with the, you know what I'm saying, capital person, this, that, and the third. And I was like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But he seemed a little bit fishy, but you know, we'll just let it ride. Maybe it's just us. So shout out to I shouldn't be saying names, but shout out to my boy Pharaoh J. Um he hit me up yesterday and he was like, yo, man, I got a serious question. And I'm like, what's up? You know, is my volume low? Hold on. Let me make sure my volume low. Check. Audio good?
Yeah, I turned you up a little bit up over here too, so you should be good.
All right, bet.
Let us know, King.
Yeah, straight up, man. Shout out to Thrash, you know, Twin up in there, man. Everybody, Dre, what's up? Stank Mall, what's going on? Everybody, hope everybody good. And again, man, so fast forward to yesterday, man, Phil J, he was like, yo, I got a serious question. So I'm like, what's up? And he sent me like a video message because it was gonna be too much to text. So he was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't, you know, I'm not judging nobody. I know it's, you know, hard times, stuff like that, but he was asking me for a bunch of bread. And I said, yo, he hit me with the same shit. And so basically, long story short, there was just like a bunch of, like, we both had the same message, like the exact same.
Like copy and paste.
Yeah, literally copy and paste, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of was like, you know, we did a little bit of homework, you know what I'm saying? And I called, you know, somebody, and they was like, he's in the finances. So I knew, given the message we got, that he was lying. You know what I'm saying? So 1 + 1 is 2 at that. And I usually don't kind of blast people like that, but he was scamming people, so I had to do it. Like we had to let people know in the community. And at the end of the day, bro, like mofo's getting caught out, man. We not playing no games with no frauds, no nobody. I don't give a shit who it is. So
it doesn't matter what platform you're on. You're getting called out.
Don't give a shit. You could be on goddamn Skype, and I don't care. Like,
oh man, I love listening to Strick's energy. It's just always 100%. He's just always just going, and it just doesn't matter. And I follow dude on Twitter for quite some time now. We've actually been trying to get this show going for a little while. I hit you in your DMs, like I want to say like 6 or 7, maybe even 8 months ago or something like that. You were supposed to be one of my first guests to ever be on the show, but but you know, things happen and whatnot. But we're comfortable. We're here. We're live. It's all good. So going ahead and let everybody know what gaming and social media platforms that you're on so they can check you out, play games with you, because I know you're all about the smoke when it comes to these games. You can get it from Strick, right? Let them know, bro.
Whole circle is, honestly, man, all of us are like, we kind of go crazy, like we go crazy in our party chat. So it really don't just be me, man. It be like pushing them, twin, like they be in the party, like we be in the party chat going at each other next. So shout out to them. But yeah, man, you already know. Catch me on Twitter, man, at STLC3Y03. I'm always on PlayStation. Now I do some PC gaming, trying to touch on that a little bit more, but mainly a PlayStation gamer. You know what I'm saying? I genuinely enjoy my quality titles, man. And right now, in my opinion, that's the only platform necessarily giving us those games. So that's where you can find me at. You know what I'm saying? And that's that.
All right, fantastic. And y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. That'd mean a lot to me. And if you like this kind of shit, go on ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I will be having different, you know, podcasts with all different types of people. I do that every Tuesday and Thursday. Next week, it's going to be Speed Angel and Asa from Game On Daily. So I always like to keep a variety of people. It's not all about just one platform to me. I play games on PC every once in a while. I'm not that big of a PC gamer. I mostly play on my PS5 and my Xbox. If you're looking over here, I'm missing like everything because I'm moving tomorrow. So you'll see my setup when I get to my new place. Not the show tomorrow, but the show coming up this next Tuesday. You'll start to see me building my stuff back and putting everything back together. But anyways, let's go on ahead and get into the questions. So what are you playing right now, bro? Before we get into the serious questions, let's knock out some of these other ones.
So I'm playing Stray, and I'm playing Bright Memory Infinite. Stray, I'm about halfway through, give or take. Bright Memory Infinite, man, I'm at like the last boss. I've been in somewhat of a gaming rut like for the last week, man. I just ain't really been feeling like too much gaming. And I'm kind of like slow pacing it, man, until you know, man, middle of August, man, it's about to start getting crazy with these games. Saints Row drop on the 23rd of August. Last of Us Part 1 drop on the 1st of September or 2nd of September. So, I mean, like, that's what I'm playing right now, man. I'm going to finish them probably by the end of the weekend. But yeah, bro, like that's what I'm looking forward to. So you already know what's up.
All right, cool. And then the next question is getting a little murky a little bit. What the hell has been going on with this Square Enix thing with you and Square? Why? What
Hey,
kind of bubble did you put yourself into this time?
listen, man, shout out to the Square Enix fans, bro. They smoked
Here
the
we
crap
go.
out of me yesterday, bro. Like, yo, man, honestly, bro, when I put that tweet out, I kind of knew, I figured I was gonna get that somewhat of a response. But when I look back at it, like, I should have worded it differently because what I really wanted to say was Square Enix doesn't necessarily make games for me. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm,
honestly, after Chris kind of explained it, I could see why like people love Square Enix because he explained it like they carried most of PlayStation, 1 and 2. And so there's like a intimacy there, you know what I'm saying, and a natural appreciation. So I understand that. But make no mistake, I still don't fuck with most of their games. I don't give a
me
shit what
neither.
nobody.
I feel
Yeah,
you.
like yeah, and that's just what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just that their Avengers was garbage. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Bari because Bari wanted to talk about me and Saints Row. Like, why you hype for Saints Row? But he out there hyping Marvel's Avengers when that shit was garbage when it came out. So shout out to my guy Bari. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Their games just lately have been terrible outside of the JRPGs. I don't play them, so that's not that. Them joints is not for me. So again, shout out to Square and shout out to the JRPGs, man. They own that space, but they don't make games for me personally. So shit, it is what it is. Like,
Yep,
you
it
know,
is what it
respect.
is. That you summed that one up pretty quick and easy. So let's go on ahead into one of the main questions, which, as you guys know, if you've been here before, I always ask people what was their first like gaming console that they had and whatnot. And Strictly told me straight up that it was the Super Nintendo, just like BG said last episode. So please go on ahead and let everybody know what kind of got you into gaming, what games were you playing on that platform, and yada yada.
Yeah, so first system was Super Nintendo. And shout out to my aunt because she gave me that Super Nintendo, right? And she gave me Super Mario, Zombies Ate My Neighbors, Lion King, and honestly, I still got some of them joints in the closet right now if anybody want to see and check it. But that's how I started. But she was kind of like seeing if it would stick. She was seeing if gaming would stick with me. So after she seen like I really started playing it, she bought me an N64 and she gave me No Mercy, Wave Race, what else was it? Madden 64, 007, Mario Kart. And that's like when I really started hardcore gaming like that, man. And ever since then, it was Murdy She Wrote with gaming. You know what I'm saying? And like, I just have a different appreciation for gaming because, where we grew, the type of environments we grew up in, bro, like that stuff kept you out of trouble relatively, right? And I remember dead ass, bro. I remember bringing the little small TV with the VCR at the bottom attached to it. I remember taking an extension cord and putting it on the porch. You know what I'm saying? Since I couldn't have company like that, and we used to have like 6, 7 people outside in the hood just like playing on my porch, bro. Like, and if you lost, you coming up off them sticks. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's just where, that's how I started gaming. That's what made me today as a hardcore gamer. And like, there's a different appreciation for that. You dig? So that's where it started at.
All right, so let's talk about your entryway into PlayStation because you told me that you didn't have the first PlayStation. You had to go up the road. Is that right?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, facts. I did not own a PS1. I had to go to my cousin's house who lived like literally like 2 minutes away from me, and I would always go to his crib, and we would play again like Driver. You know what I'm saying? Road Rash, Too Extreme, SSX Tricky. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And
Road
that's what
Rash
got.
3D or Jailbreak?
No, that was Jailbreak, bro. The one where you
Okay.
pulling up to him and hitting him with the chains.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, like, and that's what got me into PlayStation, and I end up getting a PlayStation 2 after that. But yeah, I didn't own a PS1, but that's what got me into that joint.
All right. So I'm guessing after the PS1, you hopped into PlayStation 2? Or
Yeah,
did you go a different route? Or were you GameCube?
no, I went straight to PS2, bro. Like PS2 was my first owned PlayStation console. You know what I'm saying? And that's when again Metal Gear Solid 2, Gran Turismo San or Gran or not Gran Turismo, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And that's really when I started getting into those like story mode type of games. And like that catapulted me into like a whole different kind of gamer. And ever since then, bro, I just appreciated gaming. Like, I mean, obviously since the N64, but PlayStation hit a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's where it's at.
Okay. Did you mess around with any of the other platforms? Did you end up getting an Xbox at any point, like the original one or the GameCube or anything like that?
I didn't, but my cousin did have an Xbox, so I played it every now and then. But I didn't really play the 360 because he had the Red Ring of Death. You know what I'm saying? So, once that happened, it was RIP, bro. Because we don't, they ain't our families didn't have money like that. You dig? So it was just like you got that Red Ring of Death, it was over. So yeah, we didn't play Xbox like that. Because of that, and all we had was the PlayStation. So that's just what it was.
All right, all right, all right. Well, moving on to the next generation. Obviously, you went towards the PS3, right?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, cool. That's the first console that got the HDMI port. Remember, those motherfuckers used to be like $50 to $100 just for an HDMI cord.
Yeah, and I didn't even play it. Like I had a PS3, but I was overseas the majority of that time. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get back home until 2016, right before Lennard was born. So in July. So I didn't come home until like April 2016 is when I came back, like right before my birthday. So that's like I played PS3, but I wasn't playing it like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I got you. And just to let you all know, he did provide service for our country. So if y'all can down in the chat, just hit him up with that. Thank you for your service if you mean it. Because it is much appreciated. It's something that every person that serves in the military and you find as a good person deserves to hear every once in a while. So go ahead and throw that in there if y'all can. And keep in mind, if you're wondering where else you can find him in case you are just joining us or whatnot, you can check out the description below. I got his Twitter. I got his YouTube channel in there, so you guys can check him out at your own leisure. But moving forward from there, so you said you didn't really have a whole lot of time to play the PS3. So did you, when you came back, did you come back during the PS3 era still, or was it onto the PS4?
It was literally on to the PS4.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I remember it's funny because the PS4 dropped in 2013, I believe. And I came back home and I was only back home for like a little bit of time. You know what I'm saying? Because I came back for like 2 weeks called R&R, and you end up going back overseas. So I end up getting my PS4 when I came back, and I shipped it over there, and I got to play it when I was over there. And again, just a little bit because when you're deployed, you just don't have that much time. You know what I'm saying? Especially with a job like mine, because we were like traveling a lot, so we were like doing a lot of fob hopping to Iraq. And fob hopping means you're in a certain area overseas, but you're going to different bases. So when I was in Kuwait, like I was fob hopping to a lot of bases between Kuwait and Iraq. And yeah, like what would happen is we would go to the MWR, which is basically like it's like a little chill area for the soldiers whenever you're waiting to go somewhere or whatever it may be. And we were sitting on, like I remember just sitting on a beanbags, bro, playing on these, you know what I'm saying, like 1080p old school TVs, you know what I'm saying, playing like Killzone and stuff like that, man. And it was just like, I remember that, man, because there was like 3-4 of us, waiting for like 4 or 5 hours, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we was waiting in the MWR just playing games, falling asleep, you know what I'm saying, eating like, just junk food. Like I remember those times, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say I just got a different appreciation for gaming, man. Like that shit got me through a lot of dark times overseas, for real.
I can't, I can't even imagine the kind of stuff that you'd see over there working and whatnot. It must have been tragic some days, but you made it back, so that's the positive part of it all. But moving forward, so now the PS4 is here when you come back. What are you excited about?
I was when I got back, man, I was playing like a lot of Madden, man. I had like I want to say like 3 online franchise leagues, I want to say. And I was like the commissioner, so we was doing like the advancement of the weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like accepting trades and stuff like that. So I was in Madden heavy. But then I seen The Last of Us remastered. And I wanted to like kind of try something different because I was in the sports mad heavy. So I was like, man, I'm going to try something different. So I played The Last of Us because I didn't play it again on the original PS3. I played the remastered version on PS4. And that's partly why that was one of my favorite titles, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously on its own merit, it's just a phenomenal game. But when you have that one game that gets you like in the stories, after a certain amount of time, you just got a different appreciation for it. You know what I'm saying? So, that's like, once I played that, like I was mad excited just about story games. You know what I'm saying? And again, I got back in 2016. So, like for good, I got back in 2016. So that's when I was playing like Horizon Zero Dawn. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And I started like just trying to expand my palette a little bit. So that's what I was mad excited for, man. Once I got back, oh, and GTA 5 also came out. So I was playing that as well.
And you still playing that today?
No, I'm not still playing. I'm not still playing. I wait for GTA 6. GTA 6, like, yeah, I'm not playing that shit no more. Absolutely not.
No, he is done with it. I am done with it as well, even though I bought it again. But it was only $10 on my PS5, so I wasn't really tripping about that. And it was pretty cool seeing those phone calls come through the... I don't care what anybody says. I think it's cool with the phone call coming in the controller, and your controller starts lighting up red and blue when you're running from the police and whatnot. I thought that stuff was pretty cool. But moving forward, bro, so we're getting close to those curious questions I got, but not quite yet. What was the most memorable time throughout, growing up with all these different games? Was it like way back when you started? So 64, Super Nintendo? Was it PS4 while you were, off in, what'd you say, Kuwait?
Yeah, Kuwait, Iraq, and Afghan.
Okay. Like, give me a picture. What was a most memorable moment for you just in gaming in general?
I have a couple. I'm gonna just give you like my top three because
Okay.
and there's just too many where I could pick one. One, playing the PS2 Metal Gear Solid 2 for the first time, and seeing Solid Snake jump off the bridge and off the Manhattan Bridge into the river. You know what I'm saying, for Sons of Liberty. Intro to the game. That was number one. Again, GTA San Andreas, man. That was two. And I would say, man, really playing No Mercy on N64. With all my cousins, dog. Like I used to do work.
Man.
I used to do work with the GOAT, Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know what I'm saying? So like those are my most memorable times. And there could be like there's a bunch of ones that I could put up there, but man, like I really remember these times, bro. Like, man, you did not want to get off them sticks. You didn't want to get off them sticks. You just did not. You know what I'm saying? So those are my most memorable moments as a gamer.
Yeah, I loved WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy and shit like that. No Mercy was dope because it like implemented like TLC matches and stuff like that. So you actually got to like reach under the curtain, grab chairs and stuff like that.
Bro.
And ladders and jump off of them and whatnot. I was always like the Hardy Boys and shit like that. Those were my guys back in the day. After Gangrel, not during the Gangrel. Or actually, Gangrel was Edge and Christian. So I'm tripping.
Yeah.
But anyways, pushing forward. Last question before we get into some of this wild stuff is if you could make any game now based off of any movie that you ever seen in your life, what game would it be?
That's an easy answer, man. Give me Naughty Dog making John Wick.
Okay, that's nice. That's a real nice answer, actually. And I think they'd work wonders with that.
Yeah, John Wick, Naughty Dog. Another one, man, would be like Insomniac, and I would do the Netflix movie Power with Jamie Foxx. That would be a good one too.
All right. I like what you're saying. Okay, so let's see. Well, I'm gonna skip that motherfucker right there. So what actually drew you to content creation?
That's I mean, for me, as a kid, bro, when we were playing games, we did not have the resources to like share our genuine love for gaming, bro. I grew up in an urban neighborhood to where like if you wasn't playing Madden, if you wasn't playing like NBA Street, you was considered a nerd. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember playing Zelda Ocarina of Time for the first time, bro, and you couldn't talk to people about it, like because it wasn't cool. And again, man, like you could talk about it at school, but again, you really couldn't because it wasn't cool. So now, man, we got a bunch of resources that allows us to, or a lot of resources and platforms that allows us to speak about something we love. You know what I'm saying? And
how long have you been doing it?
Content creation?
Yeah.
About a year.
Okay.
I mean, I started a year. I've been real inconsistent with my YouTube channel. I mean, just not off of just the fact that it's about followers. I've just been mad inconsistent, just busy. You know what I'm saying, for whatever reason, man. But I mean, I'm really taking that joint seriously now, bro. And I'm on Twitter a lot too. You know what I'm saying, just putting up little snippets of videos. So you already know the vibes, man. Like I'm taking that content creation serious, and I do it because I love gaming. Simple as that.
Right. All right. Good enough. Good enough. Now, let's get into the questions.
Oh, let's go, bro. You know I like the spicy joints.
All right. So, to get us started, what happened between you and Oh No, It's Alex? What's going on with that, bruh?
Let me
Shed
make
some
something
light.
clear before I even get into that. If he ever comes at me again, I'm gonna smoke the shit out of him just like I did Dreamcast. Let me make that very clear. You know what I'm saying? And so the thing with Alex, bro, is he came at me a while back because this was around a Horizon Forbidden West, a Metacritic score joint, right? And I don't need to go into detail. You already know it's not really about the Metacritic score. It's about the lack of journalism and integrity in journalism and Metacritic itself. So he made a whole video about me when he didn't even get the context of the situation. So that's where it started. And he came at me again yesterday, and I'm like, bro, if you want to pull up to this podcast, pull up, because I'll gladly smoke the fucking shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? Just like Dreamcast guy. So with that being said, if he ain't gonna pull up, be quiet, stay in your place, and sit back somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And go play with your, you know what I'm saying, like your baby mama Erica, because she be all over him the second he want to say something. So I'm not playing with these cats. She can get smoked, he can get smoked. Simple as that. Oh, and I do have receipts, so he better sit the fuck down.
Okay, define smoked.
Oh, smoke is easy, bro. I'm gonna beat your ass in a conversation. Not physically, but in a conversation, I'm gonna beat your ass. Ain't gonna be nothing you could do about it.
Oh, man. Spicy. So speaking of, oh shit, I'm getting a phone call. But speaking of, people getting smoked, as you just got done mentioning, Dreamcast guy.
Yeah.
So please elaborate.
All right, man. Look, I was not on the panel at first. Like, I was not supposed to be on that panel, right? But shout out to Mooch and Crossfire, phenomenal podcast. I was in the chat and I seen Dreamcast guy, you know what I'm saying, capping, about The Last of Us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to make people uncomfortable. Like, we gonna make these cats uncomfortable, bro. Like, I don't care what podcast it is. I literally do not care. If I have access to their Discord, like, I'm not going to pull up, like, because you got to respect their podcast. You just can't be pulling up on people's panel. But I did DM Mooch before the fact. I'm like, and let me make something clear too. I warned him in the chat first. I tagged him, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, Dreamcast guy, I swear to goodness, if I come up on this panel, bro, like, I'm getting you out of here. I didn't know he was going to leave, but you was going to get packed up quickly. And so, you know what I'm saying? And I knew that because he was fronting for a GTA remaster when that's literally the definition of a cash grab. But you talking about Naughty Dog when they put in significant work to make this game look like this, right? And so I DM Mooch and I said, yo, like, I don't want to just jump on your podcast out of respect, but can I jump in and get him out of here real quick? Because that's what's going to happen. He said, sure. Murder, she wrote after that. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to do it because these mofos talking out the side of their neck and they comfortable like they won't get smoked. Listen, I grew up in rough neighborhoods, bro. I deployed overseas. So when people sit here and think I'm going to be shook about somebody on a damn podcast, they out their rabbit ass mind. So yeah, we going to pull up on these podcasts or spaces or whatever it is, and we going to get these motherfuckers up out of here.
What bothered you about Dreamcast, guys? So what I want to do is kind of shed some light on the point or the reason behind you, getting at him, because we haven't even talked about that yet.
The reason I got at him is because he doesn't respect gaming. If you don't respect gaming, then you gotta get packed up. Period. You know what I'm saying? Because again, time is our greatest resource. Like, it's the most valuable resource we have. I spent a unbelievable amount of time gaming in my life, bro, since I've been 6 years old, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody is threatening my hobby or my lifestyle, yeah, like, I'm gonna take that personal. So yeah, he got packed up, and that's what it's gonna be. And if you want me to be honest again, like, and you already know, like, I wanted to do a space. I had hit him up like the next day because I felt like the only thing I did wrong was I said you was on Rockstar Nuts, and I shouldn't say that. I need to say it in a different way. So I told him, I was like, look, all due respect, if you respect gaming or whatever, we should have a space, and we need to really have this conversation because this fraud and shit ain't it. And so he respectfully declined. You know what I'm saying? And then when and I was gonna let him live. I swear I was gonna let him live after that. But then he wanted to go make a tweet about wanting a Bloodborne remake. So I said, okay, well I gotta pack him up again. So you can look at you can look at P Rock stream. Shout out to Porter Rock, man, one of the most like I respect him more than anybody. You know what I'm saying, in the gaming space. So shout out to P Rock. And you know what I'm saying? And you go look at his YouTube channel or the video he had a few days ago, and I shared his messages. You know what I'm saying? He was making an excuse talking about, oh, I was playing a Game Boy. Nah, motherfucker, you wasn't playing no Game Boy. You was shook and you got packed up. So nah, we not hearing that. Simple. You know
what about him feels disingenuous to you in the gaming space?
Bro, him comparing a Last of Us remake to the GT7 remaster says all you need to know, bro. That says all you need to know. Like, you can't call The Last of Us Part 1.
No, you're talking about GTA remaster, not GT.
Yeah, the remaster. Yeah, yes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can't say that about The Last of Us. Like, any person with a somewhat developed mind can see the difference between the two. You know what I'm saying? You may not like it, but you can see the difference. So what we're not going to do is allow you to spit out some bullshit like that about The Last of Us Part 1 remake and then hype up a GTA remaster. That's not what we're going to do. You know, so yeah, he got packed up and he get packed up again. So stay somewhere. Go sit down somewhere with that.
Oh man. So is he the first person, like who was all on your list of people that you have gave the smoke to? Do you remember? Do you recollect?
There wasn't necessarily a list. Oh, but there's definitely some people that better stay out my line of sight for sure. Like Destin, you know, from IGN.
Oh,
he definitely
Lord.
stay off my radar. Paris, stay off my radar. Tony Polanco, stay the fuck out my sight. And Alex, stay the fuck up out my sight, because I'm packing you up very, very quickly. So,
oh man.
Yeah, like that's the 4 people, you know what I'm saying, I gotta catch the smoke. And I know Alex not about the smoke, because when he came at me with that whole video, and y'all remember I made a video about it and I said, yo, pull up, he ain't want to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? But he know. He may not say it, but he fucking know. Bet that. I will pack his ass up for real.
Is there anybody out here that you are nervous to get packed up by?
Absolutely fucking not.
I mean, I expected that answer, but I just wanted to go on ahead and throw it out.
There's really nobody.
There was no part of your history where you're like, huh?
No.
Other than the Square Enix thing that you're like, man, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Absolutely not. There's not, like, this is the thing. I'm gonna make it difficult for people to to really come at me, because I'm consistent. And I may be wrong about something, but I'm really consistent in my takes. I don't talk about stuff I really don't play. So yeah, I'm gonna make it difficult for them. So that's why it's hard. You know what I'm saying? So if they wanna come for that smoke, cool. I mean, I'm not scared of nobody, bro. Like I said, I done came back from overseas. So if you think I'm shook about somebody on a damn podcast channel, you out your rabbit ass mind.
Gotcha. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I got blocked by who you call P Rock, Porter Rock.
Yeah.
He blocked me because he was, doing his, thing about Xbox and, the lack thereof of games and whatnot, which, I can't deny that. But I personally was a little irritated because I was just like, man, you always on Xbox is nuts about something. So I was young, or I shouldn't say I was young to Twitter, but I was fairly new to the Twitter gaming scene. And I didn't understand how disrespectful I was being by going ahead and putting a tweet out there saying, yo, if you want to listen to disrespectful bullshit about Xbox, go on ahead and listen to Porter Rock. And then he blocked me right then and there from that because he didn't like whatever I said and whatnot. And I'd be more than comfortable to talk to him again because, it is what it is. Maybe I could have been more appropriate with like the words that I was saying, because that wasn't word for word. You can look up the tweet. I don't give a damn. It is what it is. I said it. I ain't going to go back and delete it and find it and shit like that. I said what I said. Yeah. But yeah, it was something else to get blocked by him, because I felt like he would have rather have talked or said something about it, or at least like clarified why he's coming at it like that. But instead, he just blocked me, and I was just surprised because to me, that's not the way Porter Rock usually does things. He usually is like willing to pull your card in one way or another.
I'm gonna say this, man. Honestly, more than likely, and this is no shade to you, but if P Rock blocked you, you probably might have deserved it. Like P Rock, it takes a lot for people to block P Rock. But if I'm not speaking for him, you know what I'm saying? But if I had to guess, it probably was because, you know what I'm saying, you made it seem like he was just dogging Xbox for no reason when he wasn't. Like Xbox deserves to be dogged because again, we almost 2 years into the next gen, to the current gen, and they still ain't putting out nothing. So of course they gonna get dogged. You know what I'm saying? And of course he's gonna be passionate about it because he generally cares about gaming just as much as us. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I mean, I get what he's saying, you know what I'm saying? And I agree 100%. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, tell him, or I can't say why he blocked you, but if I had to guess, that's probably why. You know what I'm saying? And you may have tagged him a couple of times. I mean, I could be wrong on that. That's just pure speculation by me. You know what I'm saying? But you probably tagged him a couple of times and you were like, in what you were tagging him in and saying, it probably wasn't true, even though you viewed it that way. So that's probably why he blocked you.
It is what it is. If I talk to him, I talk to him. If I don't, whatever. Got to move on.
Yeah, for sure.
But moving on with our content that we got going on today. So you already went on ahead and talked about Dreamcast guy. Oh no, it's Alex. Talked about your Square Enix situation. What is like the end goal with all of the content and the smoke and all the stuff that you're doing out in these Twitter streets?
Honestly, an end goal, man. Like, I just love gaming, man, and I like doing content because again, like I enjoy doing it for gaming. You know what I'm saying? So there's not really an end goal. But if I had to really like, I guess necessarily say there's an end goal, I definitely want to penetrate the gaming space as a whole, man, and like meet developers, like learn different things about game development, and really, man, just help out like black characters. Like we don't have a lot of like options in games when it comes to customization. So I want to bring more light to that as well. And honestly, man, like everybody in my circle, I'm just trying to put on, man, like, Push, Twin, Cool, Dre, like all of them people, man. And I'm not going to list everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a couple of them, but I just be trying to put my whole team on, bro, because at the end of the day, like yours, I'm not really successful if everybody else isn't, and to an extent, because you can't control what other people do, but I can help. You know what I'm saying? In a way. So I just want everybody, man, in my little circle, man, to thrive and just, be the best they can be and thrive in a space that they genuinely enjoy doing. So if I really had to have an end goal, it's for all of us to be thriving in the gaming space. You know what I'm saying? Whatever their personal preference is in regards to thriving in that space is their personal preference. You know what I'm saying? But again, man, like I really love these people, bro. Like these are my people. I spent a lot of time developing our relationships organically, and it didn't happen like purposely. It just happened, So that's like a big part of my end goal, man, is just having us all successful in a space we genuinely enjoy.
Okay. Well, with the smoke and all that stuff that you provide, do you really, and I want you to be honest, do you think developers will want to meet you?
Even with a lot of the smoke I have?
With the history that you have with, coming at people, don't you think maybe that would put off some sort of developers or, larger names in the industry from being able to talk to them?
Possible. You know what I'm saying? Definitely possible. I'm not going to be naive to that. I definitely got to make sure like I try to word things a little bit differently in certain situations. And I got to get better at that, but I'm not going to really change who I am. But again, there's a difference. Like there is evolving and adjusting and then changing, right? You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of in that little middle ground to where I'm trying to like learn exactly what to say, how to say certain things and stuff like that. So maybe, but I think it's important for developers to know like it's two different things. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta smoke people like that because they, again, man, like this is a lifestyle for me. So, and they're threatening that. So like they have to catch it. You know what I'm saying? And I want them to understand that. And when I talk to a developer, it's going to be a little bit different. Like, yeah, I'm going to have more down to earth, calm approach to things. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you have to adjust and kind of read the person you're talking to. So, I mean, I can see him looking at that, but again, man, like my heart's in the right place with gaming, and at the end of the day, that's just what it is, But again, man, I'm not perfect, so I do have to adjust certain things and really learn, how to work certain things. So I'm definitely, self-evaluating and looking stuff like that as well.
Okay, so you're just gonna be yourself, and if they rock with you, they rock with you. If not, it ain't no thing.
Hold on, Lone Wolf, you in the chat talking shit. If you want to come and get smoked, please do. What's up?
Oh Lord, man, he dishing smoke out in my chat now. God, this man's out of control.
I ain't out of control.
Oh man, but I love it. I love it because you're just being yourself, man, and that's what I like about like your tweets, the way that you communicate with people. I mean, who wants to just kumbaya all the damn time? That shit's boring. You don't learn anything at the end of the day. Everyone's just holding hands. I mean, you just don't get anywhere with that. There has to be somebody that thinks differently from you to be able to learn anything. Whether they come at you in the most positive, loving way, is usually looked upon as fake, right? So, so at least what you do is, it's uncomfortable and sometimes it's rough to look at, but you come at people the way that you do, and I don't hate it. There's a lot of people that I fuck with that hate it. They look at it, they look at your channel and they're just like, nah, bruh. And I look at your channel, I'm just like, this is fun.
And it's like, this is the thing, man. Like, I could see both sides, man. I could definitely see like a developer being like, a little bit too, a little bit too rough, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I get it, and I'm not saying I really agree with it, but I understand, you know what I'm saying? So there is an authenticity that I'm going to keep. But again, that's that gray area in which is really hard to tell. You know what I'm saying? There's black, white, and then in some instances, there's gray area, man. And I like to say, like, this is where that gray area is at. So I'm in that gray area trying to kind of, float around and see, how to navigate through that. So, again, man, like, some people not going to like it, and I'm good with that. But quite frankly, I don't give a fuck because maybe they just don't understand, but I'm cool with that, and not everyone's going to understand.
No. Even as many nice, interviews that I've had with people, positive, there's still people that, will go into my chat section or something, or they'll flat out not say anything and just not fuck with me, right? I don't know, or I can't handle everything that happens or all the negativity that happens. I just have to do what I got to do and keep pressing.
Yeah.
Just leave it like it is. But let's go on ahead and move on to the next question. What gaming genre do you refuse or just don't really enjoy that much?
There's not really a gaming genre that, like,
he's finna say Square Enix.
Yo, no, like, I do not want them right now, bro. Listen, dog, I do not want them today. Look, man, like, and they're genuine passion fans. So I even though I caught some smoke yesterday, man, there is an appreciation for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I genuinely love passionate gamers. You know what I'm saying? And some are more passionate than others, but I do appreciate it nonetheless. But there's not really a genre that I really won't play. It just, a game has to capture my interest. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's not really a genre that I wouldn't play. If it captured my interest, I'll play it. You know what I'm saying? But
bro, you beating around the bush right now. I'm asking you, like, when you walk into a game store, and let's say they had genre, like games set out by genre.
Yeah.
Which one are you walking right the fuck past?
Fighting games, because I'm garbage.
Okay. Well, there we have it.
Gotta be fighting games. Like, I'll play them, but like, I'm so garbage at fighting games, bro. I just walk right past that shit. Like, honestly, I'm so garbage at fighting games.
All right. Well, now we're gonna hop into another kind of hot topic question, because I'm definitely gonna disagree with you on this one. Tell me why The Last of Us is worth more this time than last time, and it's, one whole mode is gone. And I want you to do this without bringing up Halo, because that seems to be everyone's scapegoat. Oh, let's talk about Halo. No, I want you to tell me why it's worth the $70. Especially more or less for existing players that's already beat the game.
First of all, bro, the same reason Xbox fans cop the Series X and don't have no games the first 2 years of the launch. I mean, let's just keep it all the way 1,000. That's just the truth. Y'all, like, you can't talk about us with $70 and getting a new game when you all literally purchased a console and have nothing to show for this shit. So I'm not hearing that. But to more directly answer your question, without Xbox, The Last of Us is one of the best titles ever made. You know what I'm saying? So when you remake it for in my opinion, going to be the best console of all time, when you remake it from the ground up for this console, then that enough gives me a reason to get it. And people keep saying, "Oh, it's coming without one mode." The majority of people saying that didn't even play factions. This is a fact. The majority of people saying this did not play factions. So the one mode is literally irrelevant. And nobody's talking about the DLC. The DLC is coming with the game.
Well, the DLC was already with the remaster too, though.
So what? Like, so what? They remade the game and the DLC. You know what I'm saying? So it really doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? They giving us a new, not necessarily a new experience, but and you got to understand too, they're making a show, so they're trying to bring other new fans into the genre. It's a strategic move. You know what I'm saying? And also, again, some of us just love the game. Like, yeah, I'm copping that joint. I already pre-ordered it on PSN, and I'm waiting to see a steelbook come in place because I'm a double dip and cop that too, and I'm a cop it on PC when it come out. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. But again, the majority of people saying this don't really make sense because you paying $500 for a console, you don't got no games. Mofos talking about Flight Simulator. Mofos don't play Flight Simulator. You know what I'm saying? They talking about Game Pass. They download 100 games and only finish one of them shits. So yeah, I ain't hearing it. It don't make sense. And that's what I meant. Inconsistency. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, people can't talk about $70 games when they shoved out $500. Like, if you think about it, there's not one title that took advantage of the Xbox Series X. Not one. You know what I'm saying? We literally got Miles Morales, we got Returnal, Ratchet and Clank, Demon Souls, like a remade PS5 version of Spider-Man. Like, we got Horizon Forbidden West, Sifu, Kenna Bridges. Like, I could keep going.
So
You know
I'm happy you brought up the remaster of Spider-Man, because my argument is, bro, I got Miles Morales and the remaster of Spider-Man for damn near the same price that they're charging for this game, The Last of Us. Make that make sense.
Oh, easily. When you go to Applebee's and you get a steak, is it the same as going to an actual steakhouse and getting a steak?
Oh, stop it.
Is it? Answer the question. You asked me a question. Answer the question, sir.
I don't feel like that
Yes,
even
sir.
answering that question does any damn justice. I'll tell you right now. Of course, the steak at the higher, nicer restaurant's gonna be more expensive, right? But are we sitting here calling Insomniac Sizzler?
Bro, it's Insomniac. They gave us Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and a PS5 version of Spider-Man, bro. They literally carried PS5 for the first year, and we're not even talking about the updates. So yeah, that is really relevant. So when you go to an Applebee's and you get a steak, you're literally going to pay no more than $25, maybe $30. When you go to an actual steakhouse, you know how much you're paying for the steak. It ain't the same steak. They both steaks, but it ain't the same.
So you're literally telling me that Insomniac is Applebee's in this situation?
No, Insomniac is literally a whole steakhouse. Xbox
Okay.
is Apple.
Stop.
It is. I mean, actually, it's probably worse than Applebee's at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Goodness.
But I'm just being honest, bro. Like, I'm just being honest. It's the straight up truth, bro. You cannot treat one and one the same. Naughty Dog is different. They are different, bro. Their attention to detail, their storytelling is different. So yes, when it comes to their game, you're gonna cash out a little. You're gonna have to pay up a little bit more. But I'm good with that, because if you genuinely love a game, or if you genuinely love gaming and it's something you appreciate, there's not necessarily a price point on how much you'll pay for that.
I'm trying to understand where Miles Morales with the remaster for $80 is somehow equal to just The Last of Us with a new paint job and some physics.
Because it is worth the price tag.
I mean, it will sell. I mean, I'm not telling you ain't gonna sell.
Exactly, and people keep bringing up the price tag. Let me make something very clear. Also, $70 ain't shit to most of the people here on PlayStation side. Why? Because we've been buying collector's editions and deluxe editions for like the last 3 years. Like people saying, "Oh well, $70 is too much." Fam, the steelbook is $100 and it's sold out.
But I feel like you're still dodging what I'm asking you. I'm asking you straight up.
I'm not dodging you. I'm giving you examples because you just not understanding.
Okay, well then help me understand in a different way how Miles Morales with the remaster is equal to one game that or a lot of people just finished. I want to know how that is because we know Spider-Man Miles Morales is fire. That is a great game.
Bro, The Last of Us Part 1 remake is made from the ground up for the PlayStation 5. From the ground up, straight from Naughty Dog. No rumors, no leaks, no speculation.
And no new story. No new story.
So what?
What I'm saying is Miles Morales was a fresh new story. So when I'm paying for 2 games, and one of them's fresh as hell, and that game by itself is $50.
Well, first of all,
how are you gonna tell me?
Y'all not paying for games any fucking way. Like, y'all not paying for games on Xbox anyway. So you fucked up right there by saying that. Y'all don't.
Well, how the hell did I play that game, dog?
Yeah, like, well, you may have bought those games on PlayStation or whatever, but we know bots don't play no games and they're damn sure don't buy them. You know what I'm saying? But to directly answer your question, The Last of Us Part 1 remake is remade from the ground up for the PlayStation 5. Naughty Dog said this shit. There's nothing to debate about that. The other ones weren't made from the ground up for the PlayStation 5. They were remastered for it, not remade from the ground up. That is the difference. That is why that price tag is like that. And we don't care because the Steelbook is sold out. The Yatner edition of God of War is sold out. The collector's edition is sold out. What are we talking about? We do not care about $70. It ain't shit in the grand scheme of what we're getting. It's not.
All right. You spoke your piece about it. I spoke my piece about it. And look, we can still respect each other here. And
it's a respect. You just gonna have to catch the smoke on the top.
Oh, whatever, man. Whatever, bro. You making me reposition myself and shit. I ain't comfortable right now.
No, they have the Xbox. Tell them to reposition their damn self.
Man, I mean, I was in a way, since I'm just, I'm a gamer. I mostly play Xbox. I'm gonna keep it 100. I mostly play Xbox. As a gamer, I've seen Phil Spencer's tweet.
Okay.
Right, and I mean everybody knows about that thing by now. The whole most excited or what's the next game he's looking forward to playing, God of War, right?
Yeah.
As a gamer, I was like, that's cool. That's dope. I went into Uni's space, and he was mad as hell. And he got me kind of thinking.
He a clown too. I don't know why y'all be in his space.
I gotta hear what he got to say, man. I mean, I'm not trying to just.
Right, he has no substance to give.
I'm not trying to take sound bites of what people be putting on Twitter of people's spaces. I'd rather just hear the whole fucking thing for myself, right?
No doubt.
So I was hearing what he was saying, and he was like, it's pretty embarrassing that the lead person for Xbox isn't excited for any of their own games for the rest of the year. And I had to sit back and I was like, you know what? That is pretty fucking embarrassing.
The whole, the people you all have talking on the Xbox side, honestly, is embarrassing. If I'm being a buck, if I'm keeping it a buck, this isn't necessarily your fault, but the Xbox side in general, man, it's like y'all just letting anybody come into y'all space and just, talk about games and they don't even play. I just feel like y'all gotta check that. And nobody on that side is really checking these mofos, bro. I mean, it's whack to me, honestly.
So in your opinion,
hold on, Mr. Okay. Kima, pull up if you got a problem. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I want to know from specifically, what you think Xbox could do for a person like you to make them be like, you know what? I'm with it. Because it's clear that you ain't.
The only thing I think what they should do, bro, for me, and I think just gamers in general on the PlayStation side, they can keep Game Pass, but stop putting your AAA titles on that service. Because
why does that irritate you?
It irritates me because it clearly drops the quality in games. Clearly, like if you just look at it, like it literally drops the quality in games, man. Like look at Halo. You know what I'm saying? People still not playing Forza. You feel me? So it's just like,
no, that's not true.
Damn, so
you're gonna tell me that ain't nobody playing.
But look, let me make sure I say this specifically. I don't literally mean 0 people are playing, but in the grand scheme of when the game came out and now, people are not playing the game. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is Game Pass can still exist, but just stop putting your large AAA titles on it because the budget is bigger to create the games and your return isn't going to be worth it. So
I disagree with the whole Forza thing though, dog. People are playing that.
That's fine. Do you want me to go look at how many people playing that right now?
I mean, if you would like, I'll go ahead and do it because I mean, it don't hurt me at all. It don't hurt me at all. But I'm kind of curious.
Right now, you know what I'm saying? You know the deal. Hold on. Let me bring this up.
And I want you to compare it to something.
What do you want me to compare it to?
I don't know. Just choose something. Choose a first party game.
Bam. Their 24-hour peak is 12,000, bro.
Okay, now compare it to something. Something first party from PlayStation.
I can't because it's not available on Steam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I can't.
Okay, so this is only Steam that you're looking at because that obviously ain't gonna record anything from the consoles.
It's not, but Steam has like 1 billion gamers. Like, I mean, there's like 1 billion PC gamers, bro. Like compared to how many on Xbox? Hell no, there ain't gonna be more people playing on Xbox than Steam.
Okay, whatever. You looking at Steam numbers for an Xbox game?
We're not letting you get away. Absolutely not. Give me a rebuttal. Where is your rebuttal to that? I want to hear. I gotta hear.
Rebuttal for what specifically? Go ahead and repeat whatever question I asked you.
Before you said there's still like a lot of people playing. There's 12K people, 12,000. But if I'm not mistaken, how many people did Phil Spencer say downloaded the game? Wasn't it 20 mil?
Yeah.
Okay, so out of 20 million players now this is only like a somewhat synopsis because we can't count Xbox. So out of 20 million players, there's 12K on Steam. Bro, 12.
But most people are playing that through the pass.
So PC don't have Game Pass?
Oh, it does. But PC Game Pass isn't Steam.
I mean that's true, but I'm just saying like there's not. When you look at the stats, it's not going to add up to 20 mil. Now,
I mean that 12,000 that you talk about are only those that bought the game with Steam. It has nothing to do with Game Pass and on the Xbox launcher or anything like that.
Okay, cool, but regardless, there's still only like 12K and some change people playing because we can't count Xbox. So
you're right. That's a big that's a big piece of the puzzle missing because
no, it's not because
stop.
It's not. So you think more people are playing on Xbox, which is possible?
Yeah, hell yeah, absolutely.
Well, and guess what? Blame Xbox and Phil Spencer because he won't release the numbers, so obviously the numbers aren't good.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna leave that at that. I like that though. Appreciate you, Strictly. That was a good conversation. I really like that. I know a lot of people don't like to do that kind of shit. But I'm here for it. I ain't got nothing to hide. It is what it is, man.
I'm born for this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Yeah. To me, it's fun because you learn shit. You learn shit out of these situations. You know, right?
Yeah, facts. That's a fact.
So you're getting The Last of Us. I'm not. Is what it is. Moving on. What 3 games in your history of gaming legit pissed you off? Like made you mad? Cut it off, throw it out the window kind of shit.
Oh, that's easy, bro. Battlefield and COD. Battlefield and COD, bro. COD always do that with skill-based matchmaking. Battlefield do it with they no content having asses. So yeah, Battlefield, COD, And I say 2 games because there's multiple Call of Duties and multiple Battlefields. So those are pretty much the games that make me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the games that piss me off the most. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all hear that? Ain't no Xbox games bothering them though.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Doc Dork in the chat, man. You can come
Oh
up
yeah,
with this.
yeah. You did miss a whole lot. You missed the whole argument that we had. You missed the Square Enix shit. The oh no it's Alex shit. The Dreamcast guy shit. You want to sum it up for him real quick?
Hold on. I'm gonna sum up something for you real quick. Look. Let me sum up something for you. The only reason, because I took a picture, so, you know, just in case he has this shit, right? That is Alex's PSN. And look, you can't really see it, but
you can't see it at all.
he has 137 gamer score on PlayStation, but he's always talking about PlayStation fanboys and shit like that, PlayStation games. Who has a 137 gamer score? My daughter is halfway there, and she's 6. He's a clown.
136 games on PlayStation?
Yes. And how I know it's the right person, because the mutual friends we have is Jay Main, which was on his podcast, and 2 other people.
This is a great question. How much does gamer score matter to you? Because I don't give a shit about it, to be real.
I don't care too much. You know what I'm saying? But like,
because I be seeing you, Persona, you know, y'all be pulling up, looking at people's credentials. You know,
but we do that. No, but see, we don't do that for gamer score and platinums. We do that to see if people are finishing games they are claiming to play. You know what I'm saying? So we don't go there and be like, how many platinums you got? Nobody does that. That's not a narrative. That's not an agenda. That's not a thing. We're not.
I think a lot of people got that mixed up. I think a lot of people get that mixed. They think you need to be Randall Thor to be cool.
And you don't. The only time we look stuff up like that is if you hop in like a space, or you're in a comment saying you beat this game and you got the right to talk about it and all of that. And then we check and you ain't have a trophy associated with you beating the game. That is when trophies come into play. We're just trying to verify if you beat a game or not. So yeah, that whole you need 100 platinums or you need all of these trophies or highest gamer score, that's a fake narrative, and we killing that off top. That's not a real thing, period. It's not.
I like that. See, this is helpful here, because I'm sitting here thinking, like, why y'all give a damn about the gamer score so damn much? Y'all just more or less double checking, making sure you actually played the shit if you're in here talking about it.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. And that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, be talking about the game and they don't beat it. And when we go check, you don't have the trophy associated with beating that game. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we got to pull up those receipts, and when we find out you ain't beat a game and you talking trash, then yeah, you going to catch the fate.
Okay. All right. So on the positive side, because I feel like we've been dipping a whole lot of some of that negative sauce for a little bit. on the positive end, Dre said thank you. Someone explained it.
Yeah,
Yeah. I actually just got a follow from him earlier today. That was cool. It's probably through you, and to me that's what's gaming. That is what gaming is all about. Just meeting new people, having a good time, keeping it real with them. You know, bullshitting most of all. Because I mean, if I couldn't bullshit, I probably wouldn't be game.
Yeah, fact. You know, and we just have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we just don't like when people be lying and trying to spread misinformation, and then they end up not beating or playing the game. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, we gotta gatekeep and pull that stuff up, because people not understanding, bro. We've been gaming since we've been little, dog. And this can really affect the culture of gaming. Like, devs won't say it, but they paying attention to social media and what people saying and all of that. Like, they paying attention. So yeah, like, we do have somewhat of an obligation to get these frauds up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, I like your policing style.
Yeah, man.
All right, but positive. Best 3 games that you've played in the last year, and which one is your game of the year?
One of them really don't count because it's this game back in the day. I've been playing like Max Payne 3 on PC.
Well, I thought you were gonna say The Last of Us, because it ain't come out yet, but it came out.
I can't say that. Yeah, I can't. It's a remake, so I can't really put it as a game of the year. I personally won't. You know what I'm saying? But so far, man, GT7, Horizon Forbidden West, and Sifu are my 3 favorite games this year. My personal game of the year, definitely Horizon Forbidden West so far. Um, it has the whole package. You know what I'm saying? It had a little bit of issues at launch, but mostly it been pretty solid. So um, at the end of the day, man, that's my game of the year so far, bro. Phenomenal game, story's phenomenal, man, and you got to give a shout out to Gorilla because they really took the feedback from Horizon Zero Dawn and applied it to Forbidden West when it was the skill tree, the melee combat. Aloy's personality, it was a little bit bland in Horizon Zero Dawn. They kind of
I
spiced
still
it
thought
up.
it was bland in number 2 though.
Yeah, it wasn't for me. I mean, everybody got their own opinion. I can't be mad at it, but she like they spiced her up a little bit in regards to her attitude, getting smart with people, clapping back. So that type of thing, and also like the audio logs, man. Like in Zero Dawn, they had like 1 trillion audio logs. So on this one, the collectibles were definitely a little bit easier and stuff like that, man. So yeah, man, that's my game of the year, rightfully so.
Okay.
And also the best game graphically we have seen.
Oh, I mean, so Horizon Forbidden West is not my favorite game to say the least at all. But I will say that it's probably the most beautiful game that I own.
All right, that's fair. I mean,
Um,
it's not for everybody. Like I can't knock you for not liking the story. I mean,
well, no,
there's
no,
some
no, no, no. It wasn't the story. I actually kind of enjoyed the story because it was pretty deep.
yeah, it was.
What I didn't like is having to pick each talking option. I wish they would have just talked and just finished the conversation instead of me picking this one and then I picked the next one and then I picked the next one and I know that's in a lot of games, but it felt like they were trying to be like RPG ish, but
Yeah.
it wasn't really an RPG.
I mean, it is.
Whatever.
It is a RPG. Like I mean, it's a role playing game. Like it's a RPG. You know what I'm saying? But it I mean, but I get what you're saying in regards to the whole dialogue thing. I mean, it didn't bother me, but again, I can't knock people for not liking a certain factor in the game like that. You know what I'm saying? So to each his own on that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I just got tired of shooting that goddamn arrow. Man, especially since I was kind of under leveled in some of these areas that I'm fighting, because little that I found out later. By the time I found this out, I was already like 80% deep into the game. Is that obviously the more that you level yourself up, the better you get, yada yada. That's like most video games, right? But I didn't think I would be able to go this deep into the game without already being strong enough to be able to take on some of these things. So some of these like 10-minute battles would take me like 25 minutes.
It's not a, but it's not about, it's not a really about skill level, bro. Like you got to know what arrows to use at certain times, and there's like so much strategies for Horizon. Like like when you scan a machine, it literally tells you what their weakness and what their strength is. So you have to strategically approach a fight differently. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're just not gonna run up on any machine, shoot like 5 arrows and kill them. No, that's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? And difficulty matters because if you put it on hard difficulty, again, there's a lot more strategy involved because it's not necessarily, it doesn't take you longer to beat the machine, but when they hit you, they take more of your health. So again, you got to be more strategy. You got to think on how you approach different gunfights, and you got to use your environment. And
Yeah,
you gotta,
that last boss was one tapping me.
yeah, and you
Is
and
that
you,
normal?
yeah, that's normal.
Okay, so it didn't matter if I was up here in level. I would have still got one tapped by that boss with all the crazy guns and you know that I'm not going to spoil the story for anybody, but
I beat the final boss second try on hard difficulty. Like it wasn't that hard to me. Honestly, if you want to be real about it, the damn Slitherfang is more lethal than that one. The Slitherfang was really the one that'll get people because that joint, if it hits you twice, you probably gonna die on hard difficulty. So like that's honestly that was a more difficult boss fight to me.
And I was sitting there thinking, I was personally thinking, my level must be too low, and I can't leave here because once you get to the last boss, you cannot turn around. You
No,
cannot come back.
you can again. There's just strategy to it, man. Like you gotta learn. Like you can't. Horizon's not the type of game to where you're just gonna go in there and shoot something and be good. Like that's not how this game works. There is a literal strategy to it, man. You gotta know what different weapons you got. You gotta use your rope casters. You know what I'm saying? You gotta use your actual arrows, and and another part of it is stop shooting arrows, just shooting them and not doing nothing. Like there's different elements to it, and you have to use tear damage. If you have a bow with high tear damage, you can knock off a lot of parts that's going to injure you. Like an example, you would have what's the big dinosaur one? I can't really think of the name.
The
Thunderjaw.
Maw
Thunderjaw.
or Thunder Maw or
Thunderjaw. You know what I'm saying? It's
okay.
like he got like 2 guns on his back and one on, saying one on his like the other back part, right? So you have to use a weapon with high tear damage, take those off so they can't shoot you, and then again, it make the fight a little bit easier.
Man, I had to kill them Thunder Maws like Gears style. I was just hiding behind something. Tap 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 tap. Reload.
Yeah, there's a strategy to it. You can't approach that game just like any other game. You can't. You know what I'm saying? So
clearly,
y'all just approached it wrong.
I must have, because I was using an insane amount of arrows. The only thing that I really got comfortable with in that was the spears. The spears were insane, especially after you do that mission for the sisters. You know what I'm talking about? I think it's like a side mission or something like that. You get like a boomstick.
Oh yeah. See, I got that. But another thing is too, you can go to the arena, do certain stuff in the arena, and you can earn I forgot the exact currency, but it's like a coin or something, and you can get a legendary bow. And there's like 3 ways you can get legendary items before you even get to that part. Like one of them was tied to a side mission, and you got a legendary bow with 3 different elements. If you completed, I want to say it was all the camps or something like that, man. Again, man, there's different ways. Again, people, it ain't my fault. People ain't do their research. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So
Hey, I did not do my research. In fact, I played about like a third of the first Horizon game, and then some button stopped working, and I wasn't able to grapple anything. I can tell you exactly where I stopped in the game. There is a part where you meet this, or you meet the woman that created you or whatnot, and you're on top of something that you had to jump and climb all over, and there's like a little. What is it, like a log or something up there, and it shows them in like a digital format, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, you're supposed to rappel down. That button to rappel down broke, so I couldn't leave. And anywhere else I went, because I know that you can fast travel by levels in that game. So you can choose, like, if you're in a really high level somewhere, you can go to like a ground base and then fast travel to like another campsite or something like that. I did that, but then the next time I got to a spot where I had to rappel, I couldn't rappel. So I just quit. And I was just like, I guess I'm gonna have to try it out again and listen to the recap on Forbidden West, and that's exactly what I did.
Hey, there's a lot of bots in your chat. I will smoke every single goddamn one of y'all. So if y'all want to talk, podcast. I don't give a shit if it's 5 of y'all. I don't care.
Oh my goodness, you're a menace.
I don't care.
Oh man, you do your thing, man. You stay being you. Just do your damn thing. It's all good over here, bro. But now I gotta know. I'm sure you kind of answered this already because you was talking about the steak and all that stuff. But what would be your most favorite studio, and what game best represents them? I think this is gonna be probably quick, or maybe I'm gonna be surprised.
Usually I would say Naughty Dog. At first it was Naughty Dog and The Last of Us.
That's what I thought you were gonna say.
But I'm kind of biased. I'm kind of biased to Insomniac right now, man. And honestly, it got to be Insomniac now, man, because I look at like the whole package of everything, and when I mean the whole package, it's like you're not only your quality but the quantity of your output, and what you're adding to it. And Insomniac is going crazy with that. Like, they some dogs over there, bro. You know what I'm saying? They put out Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2018. They made a remastered version for PS5 of that, and they gave us Ratchet and Clank. And they respect my damn time with these trophies. Like, Insomniac actually gives us, like, they give us fun trophies, bro. Like I have only 10 platinums, and 3, like, I want to say 4 or 5 of them came from Insomniac because they're actually fun. But Naughty Dog, they like to waste the damn time, and they like to be like, yeah, grab this collectible card downstairs in your mama basement at 2 a.m. on top of a ceiling fan. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? The Last of Us 2 is the only Naughty Dog platinum I have, and if they come with stupid trophies, the next time they bring a game out, it's going to continue to be the only platinum I have from Naughty Dog. So shout out to Insomniac for respecting my time, putting out quality content, and at a crazy quantity, at a crazy quantified level. So at a good price. Yeah, like they gotta be good. And you saying a good price, $7. You are
I
playing.
had to troll you a little bit, bro.
Yeah, man.
$50 for that Miles Morales, bro. Let's go. But anyways, all right, yeah.
Hold up, real
What's up?
quick.
What's up, bro? What's up?
Dark, it ain't that I want to smoke you. It's just that I will if I have to. I don't necessarily want to. And I be seeing you say some crazy shit on Twitter, and I'm letting you live. You feel me? Because I know you just like calling someone for fun. I get it. But stop playing now. Like, you know what I mean? So shout out to Doc Dark, man. I want to say that's P-Rock's brother, man. So shout out to Doc Dark.
I have never. Now I'm on episode what, like 73, 74, 75, one of these. I don't remember. But I've never had in any of the episodes somebody have to stop me to talk to the chat so many times. And I love it. I love it because you are you just dishing it out.
Like, it has to be that way. Like, I only know one way. Like, this is the only way I know. Like, I grew up fighting, bro. Like, I fought so much growing up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And Stankma know. Like, I'm from Lincoln/Homewood. Like, he know what I grew up around. So, yeah, I had to fight people. And now it ain't no different. I ain't take no shit when I was growing up. And at that point, I ain't take no shit in the military. And I damn sure ain't going to take it from somebody on those social media platform. So, that's just what it is.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And shout out to Steak Mob, by the way. Bro has been with me on this channel since like damn near day one. Dude's rocked with me almost every damn episode. Or I should at least say about 2/3 of the episodes that I have of Behind Them Sticks with people. So shout out to Steak Mob. He's a good dude. He knows his shit. He enjoys Game Pass, unlike Strictly. Just gotta throw that out there. No, but Stank Ma is a legit dude, man. Like if y'all don't know, hit him up on Twitter. He's more than happy to holla at you or whatnot. But I'm just gonna leave that there. I appreciate you, Stank Ma. I just want to throw that out there, bro.
Thanks, bro.
I appreciate you.
Solid people, man. Solid people. Shout out to Stank Ma, for real.
Absolutely. Now, going ahead and let me know what game that you are most excited for coming out. And I'm going to put this two ways. I'm going to make you think a little bit. So I want you to tell me, do you have a Switch? Do you even play Switch?
I had one. I gave it to my daughter because I was wasting my time on it. I'm not.
So that's out the question. So we're talking about, so I want to know from you, or actually I'm going to replace the Switch with the PC because you said you were getting back more into PC games, right?
Yeah.
Or trying to.
Yeah.
So I want you to tell me from 3 different platforms: PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. What games are you most excited for? Whether you have, the Xbox or not. I just gotta know, man, because you ain't liking Xbox that much. I want to know what you excited about for it,
Right,
if anything.
So let me, before I answer this question, how you going to throw PC and Xbox in the same ecosystem?
I don't know how you're going to throw PlayStation and PC in there.
No. Let me ask you a question so we can be specific, because you're not about to get away with no shit like that. So let me ask you this question. Can I play The Last of Us Part 1 remake on Xbox? Exactly.
On Xbox? What's The Last of Us and Xbox got to do with anything?
Because you said you brought up PC and PlayStation. You said, well, you could say the same about PlayStation. So I can't play The Last of Us Part 1 remake on Xbox. I can play it on PC because it's going to be going to PC, but I can't play it on Xbox. So what I'm saying is, there's no point in asking me what games am I excited for 3 different platforms when Xbox and PC are literally in the same ecosystem. So
you don't think PlayStation is going to be right up there with it?
With what?
I mean, because we already know that The Last of Us is coming to PC. We got Spider-Man coming to PC, Returnal coming to PC.
But that's my point. Like, if you don't have a PC, you cannot play this.
All right, so then let's scratch the PC out of there and just say Xbox, PlayStation. Keep it simple.
Okay. All right, I'll take that. It was, and it's not coming out this year now because it got delayed. It was Stalker 2. Stalker 2 is the most creative title forever.
That joint looked nice.
Yeah, for the Xbox ecosystem. I already pre-ordered. It's on Steam pre-order. So that's one game. Obviously on PlayStation, come on, we already know what time it is. God of War Ragnarok is going to be different. And to put people on game, and I done said this many, many times like a year ago. God of War Ragnarok was finished a year ago. Like it was already finished. It got delayed because Chris Judge, I want to say is the name. He got injured and he was out for a year. So I need people to understand how crazy this game is going to look. This game has been finished for a year now. So now all they're doing is they are optimizing their game. You know, their compilers, their dev kits, and these are different resources these developers use for their game. So they're optimizing this game, and you mean to tell me they've been sitting on this game and optimizing it for a whole year? It's going to go crazy.
And I mean that's a lot of time to touch up.
It's going to go crazy, bro. And I didn't even touch on the story and stuff like that. So yes, God of War Ragnarok, rightfully so, is my most anticipated title of the year, and it's going to be phenomenal. Do not miss that experience. You're going to have to be there.
See, God of War, I really liked the story, but I can't tell you that I'm a die-hard God of War fan, like a lot of people pretend to be when they hear God of War get mentioned.
Yeah, and I wasn't either. I wasn't either at first. Like I played the God of War
2018,
3.
or
Yeah,
you're talking about even older.
Even like I played that the one before 2018. And I think I was like overseas, so I didn't really finish it, but I played it. But the other ones I didn't even play. But again, I wasn't into those games like that at that time. So when I got back home, you know what I'm saying, I kind of got into God of War and I played 2018 and I love it. So yeah, I'm hyped for Ragnarok. And I just like to put that out there because I'm not going to act like I'm some historian for God of War. Because I'm not.
Yeah, me neither. Because when God of War Ragnarok got the release date, I was one of the guys saying, okay, cool. Like I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna play it, but like, and then I mean, because my first thing is Xbox, right? So I'm excited for Starfield, I'm excited for Redfall, and then all that shit got pushed away, and now I'm like, oh, God of War to save the day.
There's somebody in the chat only on Xbox. What is
Oh
only on
Lord.
Xbox? If you want to come up, tell me what is only on Xbox that I actually want to play.
What's that?
Okay, I apologize. Go ahead.
Oh, you were talking to him.
Yeah, because he sounds crazy, so he could just be quiet. But yes.
Only on Xbox is another fun individual I'd like to have on.
And I do have a PC with a 3090, so if you even try to come at me saying you don't have an Xbox, you sound dumb, so don't waste your time. Go ahead.
Dang, I forgot what I was even saying. Oh yeah, I was just saying that God of War was not like the cream of the crop for me at the beginning of this year. But like since everything that I was looking forward to kind of got delayed towards the end of the year, I'm like, oh, thank God they're doing something because my squad ain't doing shit right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, and again, man, it's because and
I'm tired of hearing it. And I actually said this on K Mega's podcast. I was like, dude, how many years am I going to get? And yeah, K Mega's a dope dude.
Solid, bro, solid. One of my favorite people on the Xbox app. Straight up.
Just one moment, sweetie. I'm almost done. Sorry, y'all. I got a 4-year-old. But
he said he gonna strike a nerve. He's gonna try to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't strike a nerve. You didn't do anything. Just be quiet. Stop trying to get all of that because you didn't do shit.
Oh, you talking to my chat again?
Seiko, what up? Shout out to Seiko, man. Dope people on on Twitter, man. Shut up.
All right, but yeah, I'm pretty disappointed with the end of the year, especially for Xbox and like Stalker. I mean, you can't even talk about that because that's real shit going on, right?
Yeah.
So I can't be mad at Stalker. I was upset when I first seen that it got delayed and whatnot, but I mean, after revisiting it and thinking about it and just being like, man, there's real life situations are going on over there. I don't know why I was tripping about it.
Yeah.
But like the shit with Starfield, I was just like, dude, we already had COVID going on when you guys announced this. Like, what's the deal with that? And like Redfall, I wasn't too mad about because that shit looked like it needed some more time anyways.
I'm gonna be honest though. The problem with Xbox, man, I mean, look, outside of the whole Game Pass model, we kind of already went there for me at least. Like, the problem is their executive management, man. Like, it wouldn't have been a problem if it was really only specified with one studio, but it's multiple studios having issues with their games. and it's their executive management. They have poor management. And I'm not, and look, Xbox clearly has some talent on there on the development side. You know what I'm saying? Given the infrastructure and all that stuff they have, with their devs, they have a lot of talent, but their management and their their executives, man, they putting them in the wrong spot. They're not putting them in the position to be successful, and it looks bad on the devs. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you on some of that right there. And the thing that pisses me off the most about my squad, that's Xbox, I guess. I mean, obviously I fuck with PlayStation and shit whatnot as well. But my preferred platform, Xbox. The thing that makes me the most frustrated about them is their fucking marketing, dude. And some of the things that they go to just to put their names out there. Instead of talking a crazy amount about Grounded, which is a game that just, is dropping and finally done with the game preview, we're talking about American Dolls and shit. We're talking about like things like fingernail polish. Like some of it, I'm just like, man, I thought like we didn't want to talk about the TV shit anymore because it had nothing to do with gaming. So now why are we talking about this shit?
Because
that's even further away from gaming.
Because honestly, bro, and this is not specifically on you, this is the Xbox community in general. They're not holding them accountable, bro. Like, if you hold them accountable, you all would not be in this position. And I mean that. Like, it shows. Like, that's why now, like, these games are getting delayed and stuff like that, because a lot of people are hyping up Game Pass and they're not playing these games. Like, accountability matters, so that's why this is happening. So if the community as a whole, and again, this isn't really specified to you because, you know what I'm saying, even though you love Xbox and all that, you still hold them accountable. Like, I can peep that. That's why I respect, you know what I'm saying, your opinion, even though disagree, agree, whatever it may be. But the community in general, man, they don't hold them accountable, man. And this is a direct reflection off of that. Like, and to give an example, PS3 was a problem with the whole first party exclusives and stuff like that. So now what happened during PS4? Complete reverse. Now we're getting plenty of games, and on PS5 we're getting even more. That's what happens when you hold these publishers and these developers accountable. So yeah, accountability is the prime example why Xbox is in this position, bro. Their fan base. I mean,
one thing I just want to throw out real quick, only on Xbox, personally, I think you're a pretty cool dude. I've talked to you in party chats and whatnot, but let's not get personal at all. I don't fuck around with that shit at all. If you don't like what I'm saying, leave. But I don't want anything on my show to be personal. Keep it gaming or keep it moving. Anyways, going back to the topics at hand now. So I want to know 2 games in the past that you've grown up and played that you would like to see get revived, get that AAA, quadruple A, 5-star quality. What would you like to see? Whether it's third party, first party, I don't give a damn. I just want to know what games you want to see get that work.
So there's 2 games, and I picked 2 different genres, right? Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, that got to be one of them. Second one, NBA Street Volume 2. I feel like Metal Gear Solid with PlayStation remake and the resources would be truly phenomenal. So I
feel like that's an obvious thing that they got to do.
Yeah, me too. You know what I'm saying? But I'll give you another one just in case. You know what I'm saying? Like, just in case that's an obvious one. SSX Tricky's one.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like SSX Tricky and NBA Street Volume 2, if they were done correctly in this day and age with the whole live service model thing, would be crazy. Like, that would go a long way, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you can picture, like, the abilities. Now they got, like, better tech, so it's easier to develop these games, develop for these consoles. So I just believe, tied with those resources and, again, like, battle passes and stuff like that, those games would really thrive in today's culture and gaming, man. And those are 3 games. I mean, I know I gave you 3, but those are games I feel like are worthy of remakes.
Okay. Man, I had something I was thinking upon that. Damn. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask if you thought that these live service, so So let me go ahead and pull a game out of the bag real quick. Skate. Do you think that has a do you think that is going to be a great model for a game like that?
Yes, I do. The problem isn't necessarily it's a live service. The problem is it's EA, bro. I mean, that's like let's just keep it all the way 1,000, man. Like,
Yes. I
honestly,
like that answer.
it's like we seen Skate 4, we're like, hell yeah, we getting Skate 4, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully EA don't mess it up. And then it's gonna be free to play, so it's not gonna have a barrier of entry, which is very good. And again, they're trying to attract new gamers, which is the right move. But they need to hit the nail on the head when it comes to the live service, because we already know what happened with Battlefield. They can't have that same issue. So again, the problem is not Skate 4 and it being free to play. The problem or concern is it being EA's making it. You know what I'm saying? And again, based off of their last live service title, it ain't looking good. But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe it's the right move to make it free to play for the reasons I just said. But we just gotta hope and pray EA don't mess this up. And that's just the honest truth. You know
To
what I'm
this
saying?
day, do you fuck with Madden?
No. I haven't bought Madden in like 4 years.
You don't
Maybe a
like
little bit
it?
longer. Give or take. Give or take.
Because I'm assuming you're a sports person. You like your sports. You like your
I'm a-
basketball, football, and shit.
Yeah, and I don't talk about it like enough as I should on Twitter, but I'm very big with football. Shout out to my boy Flair, man. He's getting me in the F1 Formula One, so I'm learning a lot about that. And yeah, like I'm heavy into sports too. You know what I'm saying? I just don't really talk about it as much as I should, but I'm gonna try to ramp that up a little bit. But yeah, I'm into sports heavy
Why don't you fuck with Madden no more?
because it's EA, and they got lazy. Like honestly, they got lazy with it, bro. Like they
Hella
kept,
lazy.
yeah, it was literally like, nah, that's cash grabbing. Like they literally giving you an updated roster, you know what I'm saying, with slightly better graphics. So yeah, like that's why I stopped playing. They wasn't really changing anything, so I stopped playing Madden. And it's bittersweet because I stopped playing Madden and I got into single player games, but I used to love Madden, you know what I'm saying? And I thought about getting it this year, but I kind of changed my mind because Saints Row kind of threw a wrench into things, and that game's looking phenomenal. And The Last of Us Part 1 remakes coming up. We got God of War, obviously Hogwarts, Callisto Protocol, Gotham Knights. There's a lot of games coming out, and I'm gonna play Madden for like 2 weeks, and I'm not going to touch it because of these games. So there's just no point in me getting it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I 100% see that because I've been hating EA or just Madden in general for quite some time now, just because it's just like ever since they got the ticket to be the only squad to make football, they just got complacent. They got complacent. I mean, you remember growing up, we had Game Day, Game Breaker. We had all sorts of different 2K.
Yeah,
You,
man.
you know when you had a Madden game, you knew that when you played that, it's gonna feel different and be fun because but also I had the opportunity to switch it up and go over to 2K or switch it up and go over to Game Day or something like that. Now that they know that this is all you can get,
Yeah.
they just I mean everybody's mad about The Last of Us right now. I'm not the most happy about it myself, but I mean let's keep it real. Like you said, they've been cash grabbing y'all for years.
It's competition, bro. It's the lack of the competition. If you don't have competition in your space, you're not going to be motivated to do anything different. And you know what I'm saying? And like when you really look at it from an overall perspective, that's the problem with, that can be a problem with PlayStation and Xbox and stuff like that. And this is honestly really true with Madden. Like they own the license to Madden, you know what I'm saying? And college football. But if there was another developer or publisher who can make a football game, then it will push EA to do better because they don't want to lose those fans. But now there's nobody else can make a football game without you having the numbers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they own rights again to NFL and the names. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem, man. When you don't have competition, it deteriorates. It deteriorates the quality of games you can possibly get, man. And that's what's going on with Madden.
Yeah, I hope something happens. I mean, I wish it was Madden that fell off of EA instead of FIFA. FIFA could have kept that shit.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, like, man, listen,
All right, now back to another interesting question.
man.
What to you frustrates you about gaming, just in general? You can give me a couple examples if you want, because I know you got some.
I really only got one, man. People who don't really game talk about it. Just shut up and be quiet because you don't play games. That's just simple as that. Because again, man, like if I'm not into something, I'm not going to go into, like, for example, cars. I'm not going to go talk to somebody about cars and what should happen when I don't know nothing about cars like that. You know what I'm saying? On the grand scheme of what they may know. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, just stay in your place. Like, if you don't game, you don't have to talk about it. Everything's not for everyone. And that's the problem, man. People want to be included. They want to feel included in everything. And you don't need to. I don't play JRPGs, so I'm not going to sit there and talk about like a bunch of JRPGs. So just people just need to like stick to what they know. You know what I'm saying? It's fine, like if you want to ask people questions about something because you're interested in getting in a genre and you want to have those conversations, that's a little bit different. But people, you know what I'm saying, they be on Twitter and on social media or whatever it may be, and they're talking about stuff that they don't know about, and they want to have an opinion and say stuff is whack. Like again, what I was talking about earlier with the whole trophies, with like games, they'll come up there talking about a game that they did not play. You know what I'm saying? And then when we check, you ain't finished it. Yeah, we gonna have a problem. So yeah, that correlates. So people just need to stop talking about stuff that they don't know shit about.
So would you keep that same, like, because I've seen it before, and I'm not accusing you or anybody on your squad or anything like that, but I've seen people on the PlayStation end say that kind of thing, like, yo, if you're gonna talk shit, make sure that you're playing the game. But at the same time, they don't own an Xbox, but they talking about every single Xbox game that come out and how shit it is or bad.
And so I think that this is gonna sound a little bit hypocritical. I think that like it depends on their wording. Or let me say this, they have to be transparent. If you're going to talk about a game you did not play, at least you have to be transparent in saying it. Or tell me how much you've played the game. For example, I've talked about Halo. I didn't play the Halo campaign. That's why I said words like it does not look like a next gen game to me. I did not play the campaign. I played the flight test for about 7 to 8 hours. I didn't really, I'm not going to say like, I liked it to an extent, but it wasn't my thing. But that's why I use my words kind of wisely with that. Like, I
BG was
didn't.
fucking with that game pretty hard for a while.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I'll say something like again, like for Halo, and I'm just using Halo as an example, not to nitpick on Halo, but
No, I
it's
got you.
just like, yeah, it's just like I'll say something again, like, okay, the campaign does not look next gen to me, given what I've seen with other titles, and most of them on PlayStation. Not because I'm biased, but it's just the honest truth. A lot of games on PlayStation actually give you that next gen experience. And given what I've played and what I've seen from PlayStation and what I've seen with Halo, it doesn't seem like I'm getting that same experience with Halo. And so that's why I say, but that's my opinion, and I'll make it known that I did not play the campaign. So people, if they don't want to hear what I had to say, fine, because I didn't play it. But they can kind of judge that on their own. They can use their judgment for that. And so that's kind of where that gray area is to me. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's not always black and white. And again, on both sides, you could say it. You know what I'm saying? Some PlayStation do say it, some Xbox do say it. But again, that's kind of that gray area for me.
All right. Yeah, yeah, it'd be a little easier to understand when somebody just comes straight out and says, hey, I didn't play this, but this is what I think when I see it.
Yeah.
That's a lot better, but I still it still rubs me a little bit the wrong way when somebody says, "Yo, keep that energy," and then then they go on ahead and do the one thing that they said to everybody else that they shouldn't be doing.
As you should, and I can't get mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everyone's going to agree on that gray area or understand that gray area, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's how I look at it, and that's how like I use my judgment. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And that's why it's important for people again to be transparent. That's why like I always just say like I'm always transparent, man. I'm like, I'm gonna have this opinion on the game. Like Elden Ring, I did not play it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any desire to play it. I don't play Souls games, but from what I seen from my personal judgment, it does not look like it deserved this personal score. And so that's kind of that gray area that I'm talking about.
I feel you. Yeah. Yeah, take it as you want. Y'all viewing, watching, taking it as you want. But the one thing that you can say is that you respect that he's come on the show, said what he has to say, showed his damn face, wasn't hiding behind, no profile picture or something like that. He came here, showed his damn face, spit his bars. I respect that out of people. I truly do.
And let me say this too, man, because I hate when people do this. The man is in the chat saying you gotta get past 10 viewers. Why are you worried about what he got going on? Number one. Number two, how many viewers do you have, bro? Because more than likely, if we go check your Twitter, if we go check your YouTube or whatever you have, you don't have shit. You don't. You know what I'm saying? So go play, go do something. I hate when people do that because they be trying to like make people miserable when they trying to bring in work, like, or put in work to get bigger or whatever it may be. It don't matter if he only got 10 viewers. It didn't matter if he had 2. As long as they real, that's all that matters. So to me,
Facts.
He got 12 people watching this podcast, and he only got 11 because you're not even a real fucking person. So go play somewhere, man. I hate when people do that.
Man, I mean,
I know.
Damn, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I hate trolls, bro. I hate that. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have no life. Misery loves company, and they like to come up on people podcasts. And that's why I hate that. I do not care if it's Crossfire with 400 people. I don't care if it's this with 10. That's not what it's about, bro. It's about being consistent and just having fun talking about something we love. And we got stupid people out here doing stuff like that. And I hate that. So I had to point that out, man. Go ahead somewhere with that bullshit.
Yeah, and keep in mind, bro. Gentleman in the chat that said that. I know his name, but I'm just not even gonna say it anymore. But you got to keep in mind, this is not just an Xbox podcast or an Xbox channel. I got Loke and Cozy here every Friday, and they will not just sit there and call themselves Xbox people. They play on multiple different platforms, and they don't get paid by anybody to be shilling for a certain console. I'm open here saying, hey, I prefer Xbox, but don't think I'm going to miss out on an experience on PlayStation. And why the fuck would I not want to talk to somebody else that enjoys those experiences that I do and conversate and say, hey, yo, this is worth it or this isn't worth it? I argued with him on this podcast. I had some agreements with him on this podcast. It's a regular fucking conversation. It is what it is.
And nobody wants to hear people agreeing all day. Like, let's keep it a buck. Even you may not feel that way, you can play devil's advocate and all of that. Like, it's just, I hate when people do stuff like that because, again, misery loves company, bro. They miserable in real life. So what they do is they try to bring other people down. So if you just stop doing shit like that, man, and I hate people. I can't stand people like that. So I felt the need to bring that up because Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo, I don't really care. If you're a real gamer, you cool, but we ain't doing no trolls and nobody chats. I don't give a damn what console it is.
Feel that. All right, I appreciate that, Strict. I really do because, I mean, right there wasn't a PlayStation fanboy or anything. That was just a gamer speaking his mind on how he feels. So moving to something more positive, what would be a dream come true to you in gaming as a whole?
A dream come true in gaming. What was a dream come true in gaming, bro? That's a good question. I forgot what it was. Honestly, bro, like I don't even know, bro. There's not necessarily a dream come. You know what? I got one.
Game Pass on PlayStation, right?
Absolutely fucking not. A dream come true for me.
That actually probably hurt Xbox more than it would PlayStation.
Metal Gear Solid 1 through 4 remade from the ground up for PlayStation 5. I literally would probably cry in happiness.
Oh, word?
That's my dream come true. So PlayStation, if you listening with, might not listen, dog. Metal Gear Solid 1 through 4 remade from the ground up, you probably print money. Just saying.
You ain't lying.
You could probably print money at that time.
I mean, you see Atlas right now. They printing money.
Yeah, bro. And it's just like, yo, like, make this happen. Like, you know how bad Metal Gear Solid is literally, to me, the best series of games made, bro.
Mr.
Like,
Joanna Dark said I'd cry myself.
I would literally cry in happiness. Like, I would be so happy. You know what I'm saying? Because what people don't understand too is we played Metal Gear Solid at an extremely young age. So you're not even comprehending exactly what's going on. Like, there's a bunch of stuff about Metal Gear that I do not know because I played it at a young age. So playing it as an adult and appreciating gaming the way I do now would be a phenomenal experience, bro. So
And let's be real, it's hard going back to that kind of stuff.
it is like you can't, because it's so outdated. So yeah, like that's my dream come true, man. Metal Gear Solid 1 through 4 remade from the ground up for PlayStation 5. I need that.
Yeah, like, I mean, I like my retro games and whatnot, but like some games are hard to go back and play. Like, for instance, I haven't played it yet, but I've watched some gameplay of Siphon Filter, and I was like, man, I don't remember feeling that way when I seen that on my original PlayStation. Because I played it a bunch of times. I ended up buying the game, but I first, immersed myself in that game with the demo that came with the PlayStation, if you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that demo that had like Wipeout and a bunch of other games on it, and Siphon Filter was one of the games that was on there as well. It just had the first level, but it was dope. It was like, I don't know, it was a really cool experience at the time. But going back to it off of like PlayStation Premium, I'm guessing is probably a lot harder to really soak in and enjoy.
It is, man. And that's why I have premium, but I should drop down to extra because I don't really play those old games. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I can't go back and play those old games. I just can't. And to answer, what's it, Miss Joanna Dark?
Mr. Joanna Dark. Yep.
My favorite Metal Gear Solid game is Sons of Liberty. I know that's like unpopular. It is great as it was because Snake Eater was just on a different level than a lot of other things. But there was something about me playing Metal Gear Solid Sons of Liberty for the first time on a PS2, man, and like there was something about that experience that would just kind of hit me different. And so there's like a certain nostalgic feeling that comes with playing Sons of Liberty and remember him jumping off the Manhattan Bridge. You know what I'm saying? You landing on a boat and you silently killing people. You know what I'm saying?
That was your most that was something that you answered earlier about like the most memorable moment was that.
Exactly, man. And so this, like, again, man, you like literally you can use any Metal Gear Solid game 1 through 4, but it's just like that personal experience for me, man. Like that was different. Like that was one of them you had to be there type things in gaming. So yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty is my favorite game in the franchise.
Stinkma said that game put him on to Zone of the Enders. Did you ever get into that?
No, I didn't.
Okay, fair enough. Mr. Joanna Dark had one other question, and I actually only have like two more questions before we get up out of here. But Mr. Joanna Dark says, I have a question for your guest. How do you feel about the direction PlayStation is heading, and what new experience would they like to see besides the current staple of IPs?
Oh man, great question.
That is a fantastic question.
First of all, I don't even think there's a word that can describe how excited I am about PlayStation right now, because it's about like what I see and what I'm learning in the whole development space and what they're actually doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we're getting like a lot of remakes and stuff, but make no mistake, how can you not be excited? Because with all the games that I've listed so far, like exclusive or not, there's still so many games and developers that's working on games that we don't even know. For example, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we know like Wolverine from Insomniac. I think they're making on like a Resistance remake. But we have like London studios working on something. Sony Santa Monica and Naughty Dog both working on supposedly new IPs. Sucker Punch with Ghost of Tsushima 2. But then we have like Fire Sprite, Deviation, and the Haven Studios all working on multiplayer titles. And these are big studios other than Haven. You know what I'm saying? So they can handle a lot more. And so also what makes me excited is cloud development is going to start becoming more relevant, because what's going on right now is a lot of these developers, they're using old resources to create these games, and that's why it takes somewhat so long to create them. But what PlayStation is doing is they are dropping down the time it takes to develop these titles to basically like a 3-year cycle for AAA titles, and that's because of the architecture for the PlayStation 5. Mark Cerny said this in a breakdown, saying he wanted to make it easy to develop for, and Haven is pushing the narrative when it comes to cloud development, and that is big because when you're creating these games, you have to move these large files and share these large files, and it takes so long to put them in different folders. But cloud development alleviates that because it syncs in real time, and people can, work on the project in real time, and it syncs. So it's just like they don't have to worry about, sharing large folders and stuff like that. And that stuff matters, and that saves a lot of time, yo. You know what I'm saying? And to really make people understand, Mark Cerny is the lead architect. He's the lead architect for PlayStation 5, bro. Like, PlayStation is the global leader in gaming. He is paying attention, and he is working with Haven on cloud development. Like, people got to pay attention to that. That's big. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, that's why I'm excited about gaming, because, again, the architecture, cloud development is going to make it easier to develop these games, and the type of IPs we're going to get is going to be insane. So, like, I'm extremely excited about what PlayStation is doing. Extremely.
Nice answer to a fantastic question, Mr. Joanna Dark. That was what's up.
Yeah,
I like that.
Phenomenal question, but shout out to Mr. Joanna Dark.
Absolutely. So, one of the last questions is actually if you have any questions for myself.
Is there anything you want to see specifically from Xbox? Is there anything specifically you want Xbox to do better at? Like, what do marketing. It's all, to me, marketing. I want them to be more detailed with their marketing. No, I hate it when they put their foot in their mouth, and they do it a lot. They've been doing it for now years, where they get me super hyped, and I end up being Nathan Drake walking from one mirage to another. You know what I'm saying? So I want them to be certain, and I want them to do things with more confidence. Like when a game like Grounded is coming out, when a game like Forza is having a DLC, you should be on the roof screaming about this stuff. That shouldn't be a two-tweet thing, and then you're moving on to American Dolls, and then into nail polish and stuff like that. I don't care. If you want to provide that kind of service, I feel like you can, if you want, you can have that stuff. But I don't think something like, oh, we improved 3 more seconds on the UI of X. I don't care about if I can turn on my console 3 seconds faster than before. Exactly.
Like they need to market things just better. They need to showcase things better. They shouldn't rely on E3 in the Game Awards. You should have a following where people can know, or you don't even have to know exactly, but just know that I'm gonna get more than 2 showcases a year for the stuff that you have, and then I have to dig through Game Pass my damn self and figure out if a game's good because y'all didn't tell me shit about it.
Exactly, man. Their marketing definitely needs to be better and more strategic. Like, PlayStation marketing is really, really strategic. Like, very. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, and one thing I kind of want to allude to, and let me answer her question real quick. Housemarque is working on a new IP. That's not saying that they won't make a sequel to Returnal, because they probably will after their new IP. But their next game is a new IP that has been confirmed by Housemarque on Twitter a while back. And that's kind of that. But yeah, like it gotta be strategic, man. Like, in PlayStation, they know what they're doing with this stuff, man. You see how they're ramping up God of War stuff. They're kind of slowing down for now, because I do think their showcase is going to be September 1st. And like, another thing they're doing is they are shortening the time between reveal and when you get to play the game. You know what I'm saying? If people want an example, look at The Last of Us 1 remake. It was revealed during Summer Games Fest in June. The game drops in September. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to decrease that. So yeah, to your point, and I was just using that example. Xbox does need to do better with their marketing, man, and how they're like ramping up the game and keeping fans excited about the game. Like, don't be quiet. If Fable is 2 to 3 years out, nobody's saying you got to update us every month. But like, you know what I'm saying, once or twice a year, give fans an update to say, hey, this is what we're working on. You know what I'm saying? Here goes something.
Keep it hot. Keep it
Yeah, you know what
hot.
I'm saying? And keep them excited because that's what's going to have them get your title. So yeah, they got to do better with the marketing.
I mean, because you got to keep in mind, like not every gamer is on Twitter or on Facebook or all these other platforms and whatnot. But if you keep saying something long enough, that person that is on Twitter is going to talk to the person that's not on Twitter and being like, yo, I forgot about this game, but they keep reminding me of it. Everybody and their mama knew what Cyberpunk was before it came out. And they didn't even, not everybody knew what it was exactly or what it was going to be, but they heard the name. They heard the name and it came out in a disaster kind of form, but still, everybody and their mama knew what Cyberpunk was because they were talking about it over and over and over. And they lied a few times even, but they were still talking about it. And I don't like every single state of play at all. There's a few state of plays I tuned in and I was like, man, I don't like this. This isn't good. But the fact of the matter is they told me something. They spoke. They said something. You ain't got to like it. But if you communicate with me, at least I'm on that same level with you.
Your expectation is there because remember, like one of the issues with PlayStation when the PS5 dropped was lack of communication with the whole GT thing on the PS4 thing, and ever since then they've been real clear in their communication. So I'm not saying that people can't be upset with expectations on certain things, but you ask them to communicate, they communicate. So.
Because you look at Xbox last year, it was like, man, they're finally coming out of their shell. They're talking to everybody. They're talking about everything. And I was just like, man, we got a new Xbox on our hands. And then this year happened. And then they start out the year. Yeah, they got, whatever it was, Rainbow Six Extraction. Yeah. But then it was Crossfire X. And I understand, y'all just bought Activision Blizzard. But you guys could have put yourself in some sort of position to just talk about something. Just get me hyped, even if you got to delay something. Like just talk about maybe, you don't have to get into the fine details of every single thing, but be like, oh man, this got delayed, but keep in mind we got what was it called? Like Ninja Theory working on Hellblade and like here's a little snippet and here's the creative director to that game. He has a few words for you. Just something. You don't even have to show the gameplay. Just give me something. Exactly. Give me a few words. Just show that. Just show me a little bit more as an enthusiast would like. But at the same time, as I was saying, those people that aren't always on Twitter and stuff like that, they could get that, info from somebody else and be like, yo, man, still keep your eyes open for this shit coming down the line. But anyways, yeah, man, good question. I like that. Any others?
Not really, man. Honestly, and I wanted to say this, but there's so many games coming out, man, that I'm excited for, man. Both first and third party. I've already said that I'm hyped for Stalker 2, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be playing that on PC. But there's so many games, man. Like, again, Saints Row is heavily slept on, man. I wasn't really anticipating.
Man, I ain't looking forward to that shit at all.
I'm looking forward to it. That shit looks fun as hell. So Saints Row, The Last of Us Part 1 remake, Callisto Protocol, and another one that I'm very hyped for, and this is my second most anticipated title on coming, is Hogwarts Legacy. Listen, bro, the lore and gameplay in Hogwarts is going to be insane. We watch Harry Potter, we've been young when Harry Potter came out. We're finally getting a Harry Potter game. I'm extremely excited for these games, you know what I'm saying? So I just want people to understand, there's so much to look forward to in gaming, man. There's so much I'm excited for. So yeah, man, I just wanted to put that out there, man. Hogwarts, Callisto Protocol, I'm hyped for Saints Row, Last of Us Part 1 remake, Gotham Knights. You know what I'm saying? God of War Ragnarok. I'm pretty sure there might be a couple others I'm missing, but there's a lot of titles. A lot of
Yeah, I
titles.
feel you. I feel you. Shout out to Wooly. Thanks for stopping through, bro. Appreciate
Wooly,
it.
man, what up, Brody?
But anyways, now we hit the last thing. I appreciate you for being here and whatnot. I appreciate y'all in the chat that's been keeping it live, and those of you watching that can't hit that chat. I appreciate y'all as well. But I want you to go on ahead and just describe gaming in just 3 words for me.
Um, Play your games.
Ooh, smooth.
Play your games, baby. Like that's
Man,
just
you
what
thought
it
of
is.
that quick.
Yeah, play your games, man. Like I can't say it enough, man, how much I appreciate gaming. That shit really kept me out of trouble. You know, relatively kept me out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like that got me through a lot of shit. Like a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I had one of my best friends died in Afghanistan off of an IED attack. Like it got me through so much stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So play your games and appreciate it, because I know this is going to sound crazy, but like when I'm excited for these games, you never know when it's your time to leave this earth. So like I be thinking I don't want to die before I get to experience these games, man. And I know that may sound extra and dramatic, but that's just genuinely how I feel about it. You know, and so man, enjoy your games and appreciate these experiences you're gonna get, because you never know when it's your time. So play your games.
Hey man, I don't think that's crazy at all. There's a lot of people that want to skydive before they die. There's a lot of people that want to, fly a plane by themselves before they die. What's wrong with saying, you know what, I want to play as many fucking games as I can
Yeah,
before I
man.
die?
Like
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
my daughter is at she's into gaming at 6. Like she plays her Switch, she plays a lot of Roblox. And to put it in
Oh
perspective,
my God, you said
listen,
Roblox.
she do, bro.
My
She play all
daughter is just over the top with that fucking
yeah,
game.
man.
And
She play
I wish there was a way to turn off microtransactions, because that shit pop up on the screen minute by minute.
and my daughter beat Astro Playroom already. Like she has the actual trophy, bro. Like she's 6. So I know she's a real gamer. She'll be in her bedroom and I'll hear her be like, let's go. Like so she has that genuine passion
That's
for gaming.
cute.
Shout out and look, one day I'm gonna introduce people to my mom Dukes, because my mom has just started gaming. I
Oh
gave her
damn.
yeah, like my mom, she used to play like Crazy Taxi back in the day, and like she had like I got the you know that navy blue translucent PS4, that limited edition one that came out.
No,
I
I
got
don't.
so there was a limited edition PlayStation 4 Pro, and you could look it up. It was the 500 million. There was only like a certain amount made, or it was like 500,000, 50,000, or something like that. And I got one, and it has your number gold plated, like or nickel plated on the PlayStation 4. So I gave it to her because she said she wanted to try gaming out. So I bought her PlayStation Plus Extra, and now she's playing Stray, and she's starting I think Sackboy and a couple other things, and she's like really into it, but like she just called me like a couple hours ago, like I'm really into this stuff. And so shout out to my mom Duke, she getting into gaming, and if she likes it, like if she really picks it up, I'm a cop her a PS5, you know what I'm saying, and she gonna be on the crew too. So shout out to gaming really making waves. This ain't 1999 and 2000, bro. Gaming is different. So
Yeah.
yeah, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Well, I appreciate you strictly for putting some time aside, and I know it took us a long time to finally get back to actually getting the show going and whatnot. But I don't think everything happens for a reason, and I think this was fantastic. Your camera cut off because of your battery on your camera, but it's all good. We're here at the end of the show, anyways. I mean, the camera obviously knew, it's about that time. It's time to, eat some dinner or kick it or, obviously game. So I appreciate you strictly for being here, spitting your bars, answering the questions. Some of them were pretty wild, but you held up your end of the bargain. You did what you had to do. So I appreciate it, bro.
And I appreciate you having me, man. Dope conversation, bro. Like I mean that. Dope conversation. Really underrated podcast, man. You asked a lot of great questions, man. So I respect it. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you just as a gamer, bro. Like You're not out here fraughting, you know what I'm saying? We may agree, disagree, but you're not fraughting. You appreciate games, you have passion for it, so you always gonna have my respect on that note. You feel me? So
I
again,
appreciate that.
thank you having me, man, for real. Like the respect is all on this side, for real.
Oh man, and again, I gotta appreciate what you did earlier when homie was trolling me through
Yeah, we not
the.
having, we
Yeah,
not
yeah,
having.
yeah. You cut that shit right up out of there, because to me that's what gaming's all about. Just watching each other's backs, having a good time, and of course talking your shit.
Yes, sir.
So anyways, y'all in the chat, I appreciate y'all's time. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. If you enjoy this type of stuff, make sure you subscribe as well. But we'll see you back here on Behind Them Sticks next week. As I said earlier, we got Speed Angel. That's going to be this coming Tuesday, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. And then I got Asa from Game On Daily coming on 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. I just said all that shit backwards and whatnot, but y'all will see it on Twitter if you guys follow me there, or just turn the bell on for this channel, and you guys will be notified when I go live. So I appreciate you guys for coming through. I appreciate you strictly, but y'all know what it is. Keep it gaming or keep it moving. We out of here. Peace out.
Peace out.
Welcome to the Behind Them Sticks podcast, brought to you by TSWS Gaming.
Come and talk to me, Lennard Ray. That's your name. Come and talk to me. I just wanna have a conversation. No, I'm not your type, but baby, listen, I'm just saying. We can rule the world, just me and you, if you quit playing. Won't you take a chance with me and have that conversation? I just wanna have that conversation with you. Come and talk to me. I just wanna have that conversation with you. See, we vibing and you know it's true. Baby, what it do? Do for me and I'ma do for you. No doubt about it. Boosie, I'm a Midwest king. Looking for myself a queen. Ready to chase a dream with a dope self-esteem.